Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah! All right! Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way, and then we'll love you just the way you are, Beef.
Uptown girl. Yeah, stay tuned. At the end of the 10-minute drill, we're going to hook up one Guggen with a pair of tickets to go see the Lords of 52nd Street. That's the Billy Joel band, Sounds Billy. They're at the Florida Theater mañana, tomorrow night.
We didn't start the fire.
And also, they'll be thrown into the hopper, for a chance to win a twosome into the award-winning Guggen Open. That comes up April 18th at Hidden Hills.
Can I share with you what I think is a very flawed argument around this Tyreek Hill?
Before you do, is Honesty your favorite Billy Joel song?
Honesty.
Such a lonely word.
Why do I get him going? Why?
Because secretly you love it when he sings.
I plugged in your charger. Why would I do it? No, secretly I don't.
Need to know your favorite.
In fact, it's my least favorite thing about my, at times, good friend.
She's always a woman to me.
It's just, what are we doing?
I just want to know your favorite Billy Joel song, and I'll move on.
My favorite Billy, I'd have to think about it. I don't want to
sing us a song. You're the piano man.
That would be the cliche one for sure.
Jeff seems like a My Life kind of guy.
You know, My Life is okay.
I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life.
What about the one? The Catholic girls start much too late. That one.
Only the good die young.
I'll go with that one.
Okay.
I'll go with that one.
Thank you for that.
Just to move this thing along.
I mean, at this point, who needs the tickets? You just got the show.
Yeah,
you just got the show, baby.
Starting next year, Dan Hicken will come to your house, caroling.
Yeah.
You'll go down to each house on the street, put up $10, $15. He'll just go door to door.
For a small honorarium.
The Lords of Hogan Road.
Yeah. And then we'll call the, by the
Lords
way.
of Pablo Bay. I'm a Duke,
Oof.
Let it be written.
You want to be a doctor of juris and a Duke.
I am a
How
Duke.
many titles do you need?
I thought you said I was the Duke of Pablo Bay.
You are. You're
I'm
Sir
the king
Dan
of
Hicken,
titles.
the Duke
You
of
know
Pablo
that.
Bay.
You know I'm the king of titles.
Then you need, what, HJD?
Media mogul? Huh? Yes. Honorary Juris Doctorate. That's what I want. You said I can't get it.
So it's Sir Dan Hicken, Duke of Pablo Bay, HJD, ESQ.
Yes, I always loved Esquire.
Raconteur. Or just put raconteur.
Charlatan.
That'll put it all under one.
Liar.
Yeah, right. Anonymous designation. Raconteur means you really don't do any of that.
I tried.
Can I shoot down
please
a narrative I hear a little bit in this Tyreek Hill? Okay.
Yeah.
Before I tell you what the narrative is, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
If Tua is not the guy for Miami,
right?
What will they do next year or the year after?
We'll get another one.
Okay. So Tyreek Hill joining the Dolphins and getting a really good, talented piece of the puzzle should have nothing to do with your belief in Tua. Like, you don't, because Tua's your starter, you don't say, well, I'm not going to go get Tyreek Hill. Our quarterback's not good enough. But there are people that question the Dolphins making this move because, well, Tua's a noodle arm and Tua's not good enough. And so you're wasting money on a chess piece that you're not going to be able to take advantage of because your quarterback's not good enough.
Like you said, slants.
Or Deebo Samuels, or, the point being so if Tua's not good enough, with or without Tyreek Hill, you're going to get another quarterback. And when you do get another quarterback, guess what he's going to have? Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
And really now you've given Tua every chance to be good enough.
Correct. And he might be.
And if he's not now, then you'll know.
I do,
right?
It's pretty clear that they can commit to this marriage all they want, but they've got a wondering eye. They were in on Deshaun Watson. They were in on Russell Wilson.
100%.
You can't feel, that's false confidence that they show in Tua. And perhaps Tyreek Hill, the kind of skill set he has, was more made for a guy without the strongest arm.
There's a great storyline brewing in the NFL that has to happen, and the NFL should mandate it. And if everybody just stays patient, it will. And that is the Cleveland Browns releasing Baker Mayfield, with which Pittsburgh would then snatch him up.
Is that who's rumored to be interested?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Right?
Yeah, I would take. I don't think Baker. I think Baker Mayfield falls in that 15 to 30 that so many other quarterbacks that get treated well fall into. The difference between Baker Mayfield and Matt Ryan right now is probably pretty slight.
Okay, but I just want to see him in a Pittsburgh uniform.
Yeah, well, that would be interesting.
And
that doesn't happen a lot.
Let that roll.
That
Remember
causes contamination.
Pittsburgh against Cleveland was like Buffalo and New England.
for a long time.
And then
Cleveland turned that around.
Beat them in a playoff game.
And they beat them at the end of the year.
Yeah, so good stuff there. So anyway, we'll see. But I would love to see that. That would be a lot of fun.
If you're the Steelers, do you want Baker Mayfield, though, as your franchise quarterback? I mean, I
probably wouldn't sign him. I'd let him be one of those prove-it-deal type
The intrigue.
Yeah, I just like the storyline. I don't care about the Steelers or the Browns, so I just want to see that happen. I'm not going to jump in early. I've done a little bit of capping here for tonight. I mean, we got some good games tonight, bro, don't we?
Yeah, I love it, man. I said today's going to be.
We might have to call Ducey out there in Vegas.
Today, let it rain, baby, because today's going to be a napper for the kid. I'm going deep tonight. I'm watching until the last game ends.
Okay. Is this like a sneak peek of
I'm in.
Today's bet of the day?
The shark coating's bet of the day. I took it on the chin last night, by the way, but I might have to call Ducey in Vegas.
What'd you take, Charlotte?
Took the Heat against the Warriors.
No, I took the Heat and the Warriors under. Two good defensive teams in it. I lost.
I took Jimmy Butler in the fight.
Yeah. No, I took UD. Man, you got to ride Arkansas +9 against the Zags.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of tricky to me.
Okay.
But I'm not shooting it down. That's a lot of points to be this far along.
I'm laying the 5 on Nova against Michigan.
The problem with Michigan is they just every time, Tennessee gave 5 and they blew them out.
I personally am laying the 1.5 and taking Tech.
That's just
shoot them up.
Well, I think
guns up.
Yeah, I think Vegas is begging you to take. I'm just really surprised that
you Shazam me all you want.
That wouldn't bother me. I don't care about my bracket. I like Texas Tech better. I'd like to see them win.
And I like Arizona -2 against Houston. Get Ducey on the phone. Let's throw some ducats out there.
I don't know what the quote unquote BPI is worth.
How about Audio Kevin? You think he could be our guy, our go between
out there?
Yeah.
Just like you want to send him like the picks and he puts them in?
Yeah, he'll become our guy.
He's asking a lot of them, I think, on such short notice. First of all, you don't know how to use PayPal or Venmo, so we're stuck.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's not true.
Or whatever else there is these days.
He has a hick hack for PayPal and Venmo where he says,
here he comes.
Venmo this guy some
money.
money.
Look at the look, ladies and gentlemen. Look.
By the way,
can
we do a shout-out
to
BWR?
What'd she do?
Oh, she's sitting in the 2-hole in the station. Thank you, Fred. Station pool bracket.
The bracket contest.
Yeah.
Wow, look at her go.
Sitting in the 2-hole.
Could be her shining moment.
This could be it. Maybe
I don't want to cat fight.
Yeah.
But Mrs. P might be sitting right behind her with all 4 of her final 4 left.
She might be, but we're
BWR is 2. I'm 3, and Mrs. P is 5. Where are you
3.
at? Where are you at?
3.
I'm just setting the record straight. Who leads? Fat Tony leads, I think.
I don't think you are 3. I think that's a lie.
Okay, well, look at it again. You want to bet $10?
If you do it through Audio Kevin, I will. What are the odds?
My team, I've only got 2 of the 4. I'm telling you, whatever. It is what it is. I'll be rooting for Mrs. P and her picks, whatever they are.
I think Riggs has Arizona over Duke, but I'm not positive.
Mrs. P has Gonzaga over Arizona.
It's all going to get shook up by this weekend, though, boys and girls.
Yeah.
All going to get shook up. Hard to do. But anyway, it's a good night. I mean, what do we got? 7:09, 7:30, 9:30, 9:59, Pros. 9:59.
I'm going deep, man. I'm napping it. I'm doing deep nap, hard slumber.
Okay, I'm going to – no way you make the end of the zone.
I can't. I did it. Did you not see me in Vegas? Do you deny my ability to go no sleep?
We had a little carrot hanging there when we were running in Vegas.
I know, but that didn't keep me awake at night.
That little carrot was dangling with green all around it. Run, Jeffrey, run.
That didn't keep me awake at night, though, my friend. I think I can do it. I don't know. We'll see. Where are we on remote tomorrow, Beef?
We are. We'll be a Lifetime Enclosures.
Oh, our home away from our studio, away from studio home.
I miss Vegas.
They treat us good over there.
A week ago we were there.
Yeah, I know. It happens, buddy. I think we need to work to make this an annual event one way or the other.
Guggen's Vegas trip. Let's go.
I said it earlier, dude. I'm just saying. We've been fortunate enough to do an awful lot of things. That was super fun. I would put it on my guys' to-do list.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Don't
do that. Just those 2 days.
Yeah, March Madness.
Leave out on Saturday.
I mean, you can go any time, but March Madness is kind of fun.
You get 16 days, especially if you like college hoops, if you're watching the tournament
anyway. There's all kinds of things you can play.
Oh, there's a million things, and you got all these.
We probably didn't even scratch the surface of all the things.
The basketball part of it carries it. Even if you didn't play, just being in that atmosphere with all the games. And anyway, we've talked about that.
I would thinking about how much money people just walk around Vegas with stacks of cash because when you go bet, you got to bet cash, And they get in those lines and, oh.
Yeah, ask him, could you do credit card?
You mind? Pop this thing? No. Brooks Koepka used a famous line from Tim Cup to shut down the youngsters in Texas on Wednesday.
What was that?
A little channeling of one David Sims. You remember David Sims from Tin Cup? That would be Donnie Johnson. 31-year-old out on the course for the opening round at those match play championships in Austin, Texas. Group of people moved in on him, wanting to get the John Hancock, right?
His signature, his autograph.
Yeah. Kids in the group.
Okay.
Brooksy, Brooks. Video shows Brooks calmly walking away. I got work. I go to work. I don't come to your job and ask for your bleep, do I? I don't think so.
Nice. Charming.
Koepka.
You were onto something, by the way. Phil Mickelson has been basically told not to come to Augusta.
Oh, is it?
And and there's a bigger percolating story. The books that are coming out apparently have some dirty details that are not going to sit well with Phil Mickelson, and it makes us rewind and review a quote that he had during. This is interesting now. Okay, we remember when he spoke out on the quote and how the scary blankety blanks and just the whole talk that was not good, right? Well, I read another quote that he had that speaks to...
This is a quote from Phil?
Yeah. And this speaks to beyond anything that has to do with...
Are you telling me he may never come out again?
I'm saying, okay, when Mickelson issued a public statement last month, he admitted to some troubling times when he wrote, okay, this got under the radar. We're so focused on the Saudi.
Yeah.
The past 10 years, I felt the pressure and stress slowly affecting me at a deeper level. I know I've not been my best and desperately need time away to prioritize the ones I love most and work on being the man I want to be.
Uh-oh.
I think we can read between the lines what kind of reports are going to come in this book. They're not going to be flattering, it doesn't sound like,
on the family?
To Phil the family man.
Oh, boy.
So my man is bunkered down.
Is that what you're, like, are you reading that on your own, or is that this talk? Like,
well, that is the quote that he...
No, I heard the quote, but my question to you is, do you know that there's more coming out in the book about that kind of stuff?
I just read that part of a story about the books are coming, troubling times are ahead for Phil Mickelson.
Okay.
Which was a part of an article headlined, and this is the Post.
Yeah.
Augusta national officials do not want Phil Mickelson playing in the Masters. There is also a growing sentiment and opinion that there's a reason beyond hiding that Phil Mickelson wasn't at the Players. And that is that he's currently suspended by the PGA Tour for trying to start an upstart league and calling his association, quote, obnoxiously greedy. We do know this. The PGA Tour does not comment on player discipline.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that okay? I don't know.
I don't know. If you went on 1010XL today and started talking about the competition and how awesome they were, perhaps you'd be suspended for a little while.
No, I'm not talking about should we know if they're suspended or not? As a man who's been sat down a couple times, I was just wondering about that.
Was that public or private? I think that was private. No one said anything.
Yeah, I guess it was private.
I don't know.
I'm willing to tell you the stories. They're doozies.
Well, Jay Monahan danced around.
Not once, but twice, people.
Jay Monahan danced around the direct question at the Players. It was flat out asked, is Mickelson suspended?
Well, he won't say.
Right, he won't say.
It's weird that, like, the NFL, they say, right?
Yeah.
The NBA, they say, right?
Well, they're contracted to
MLB,
the league.
They say, right?
They're beholden.
Independent contracts.
Yeah, they're independent contracts. That's probably what does it.
That probably is.
Anyway, I don't know how much, if any of this is true. Mickelson certainly has assets on his side and what he's done charitably and otherwise. But, man, this is blown up just big time. It's also remarkable the complete lack of support and camaraderie he's getting from anybody else on tour. I mean, nobody is stepping up to take a bullet with him.
They did say they have softened. Like like I saw, look, people make mistakes. We want them back out here. Those types of things. So I think that's happening.
All right, I'll just say this about Todd Golden's introductory press conference yesterday.
Yeah,
he talked a lot about how he's going to build the program, how excited he is. They should be a tournament.
Don't shy away from those expectations.
They should be a tournament team next year. And, there's also
He said they should be a tournament team next year?
Yes, that's the goal. And he's right. You know why? Because not many coaches get to take over a program that's won 20 games 20 of 21 years. That's not typically the kind of job that comes open. Mm-hmm. And that one losing season wasn't last year. There's been 5 straight 20-win seasons coming into this. So that's number one.
Okay.
Number two, I like the fact he's going to aggressively, and assuming that it's still in Colin Castleton's best interest to come back and play at Florida. That's up in the air. I think these kids always overshoot where they might go. Yes, he said that as well, that he's had talks with Colin Castleton and keeping some of those.
Yeah.
But this is where a little heads up to Gator fan who lost his mind because Mike White, quote, had too many transfers.
Yes.
He wouldn't surprise me if we have 5 transfer starters next year.
Oh, he said that?
He didn't say it like that.
Yeah.
He's aggressively in the transfer portal.
Oh, you got to be.
It's the new wave of college basketball. There is some validity to it like this. If you get a top-flight player coming out of high school, odds are he's staying 1 year and leaving anyway, just like a transfer would. Mm-hmm. Now, you have to have some homegrown, don't get me wrong, but then he went a little step too far, and I think you have to at some point differentiate between what's necessary and successful at San Francisco versus what's necessary and successful at Florida.
Okay.
And he spends a lot of time and budget and interest on international signees. You need that in the West Coast Conference. Mm-hmm. You do not need that at Florida. I don't need to be recruiting Australia when IMG is down. Get IMG and get me those guys.
Well, the greatest Gator foreign player of all time has to be the Frenchman, Andrew de Klerk.
He's from Bradenton. He's no more French than you are.
Oh, he's not from Paris?
No. I'm not going to stand for this slander of Christian Dreyer.
All right. Christian Dreyer had
what
that
about
work.
Christian Dreyer?
Had Chrissy work.
What about Marti with 2 eyes, Quisma?
Yeah, I'm not sure that he didn't come
from. What about Svein Dirkelbolten?
You mean the one that played at PK Young or
Norwegian
Oakall or whatever?
Collegian.
Those guys weren't Those guys were Americans.
Huh?
They were in high school in America. I'm not saying you can't, sign somebody who's not from the USA. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to take recruiting trips to the Czech Republic. That sounds dumb to me.
What about Mark Sasso?
Just
Where's
saying.
he from?
What
about Al Horford?
Again, it was in high school in New Jersey. Stop it.
No.
I have this question for you, okay? And then we'll go to break. We got Doc Murphy next.
Oh, we do.
I want you to think. You don't have to name them. Think in your head the best Gator basketball players in program history.
Okay.
And that list will continue to grow with names from the past through the national champions up until now. So is your list sorted out to 15, 20 people, whatever it is?
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you, how many of those players are transfers?
Oh, none of them.
Right. You
That's
can
easy.
count on transfers. Yeah. You need them. You can supplement them. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the true greatness of a program is going to have to include, keeping 5-star Malik Renault. So, but again, quote won the press conference. People like what he says. He's excited. He's proud to be at Florida. He's giddy that he's giddy that he's friends with Billy Donovan suddenly.
Go get him, Todd.
And he's going to go. He's going to have a go get him.
If this doesn't work out, I'll be on the Bulls bench in 5 years. Well, no worries.
Perhaps. Yeah. Doc Kevin Murphy's next. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Dan, tell them what they want.
Oh,
yeah. I need a number, Danny.
Let's do caller number 1, 641-1010.
Wow.
Oh,
Crank a little bit up.
This is for you, Jeff.
A little bit of Only the Good Die Young.
Yeah.
One of Jeff's 7 or 8 favorite Billy Joel songs.
Yeah.
Call number 1, right off the rip. Going to get a pair of tickets to go see the Lords of 52nd
I'm out,
Street.
Virginia. Don't let me wait.
That's the Billy Joel Band.
Catholic girls start much too late. Oh, sooner or later it comes down to fate. I might as well be the one.
Nice. These fellas played on all of Billy Joel's records, and they'll be at the Florida Theater tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Our winner will also be entered into the drawing at the end of the week for a twosome into the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open, 15th annual, coming up April 18th at Hidden Hills. So call now, 641-1010.
That's what